Sir, so we start, it's 11.
Okay.
Yeah. Kishore, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Brijesh bhai?
Yes, I'm there. Thank you, Rishabh.
Okay, great. So we start. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another webinar arranged by Classic Holidays. My name is Rishabh Doshi, and I'm from Classic Holidays. Today we have the amazing ITC brand with us. We have two amazing hotels from their side. That is the ITC Grand Bharat and the ITC Grand Goa Resort. Before I introduce the panelists, I'll just be making a few announcements for our future webinars and our winners for yesterday. So first one up is the winners for yesterday. The winners are Mr. Pradeep Panchal. He's from Roots Vacations from Panipat, and Mr. Jayesh Patni from Pancham Tourism from Mumbai. So congratulations, everyone, and hopefully you'll be with us for many more of our webinars in the near future. Coming up will be in the chat box. If you see the chat box, you'll be seeing our future webinars that are coming from Monday. On Monday, we have our Evershine Resort from Mahabaleshwar. And on Wednesday, we have the Accor group coming in with 3 hotels. That is Novotel Pune, Novotel Ahmedabad, and Grand Mercure Vadodara. So we hope to see you for those webinars also. Starting off today, I'll just introduce the panelists who are here with us here today. So we have Mr. Narendra Nedungadi. He is the head of ITC sales for Pan India. So thank you for being there with us, Mr. Narendra. We also have Mr. Brijesh Sharma, who is from the sales and marketing. He's the sales and marketing manager of the ITC Grand Goa Resort. And we also have Mr. Kishore Sonavne, he's also the sales and marketing manager for the ITC Grand Goa Resort. That is my backdrop of this hotel right there. So without wasting much time, Mr. Nedungadi, can we have a few words before we start off with the PPT?
Of course, most certainly. And Rishabh, thank you so very much. You know, on behalf of all of us in ITC Hotels, firstly, I must say thank you very much for setting this up. You know, for some of you, I think I would have met over the period. I've been in Bombay for 13 years. Last 3 years, say now I have moved to Delhi. So I really miss meeting up with some of you now. But I must tell you all about my first interaction with Classic Holidays. You know, when I had just taken over the role, when I was asking the sales manager that who do you think I should meet? You know, kahin to mujhe start karna hai, and the first people I went and met up with that time was Classic Holidays. And I must tell you, we managed to strike a piece of business thanks to the support of all you people who are there today on this webinar. So thank you very much. That's my association with Classic goes back a very long time. You know, on behalf of ITC Hotels, I must tell you that we are truly grateful for everything that you all have done for us over the years. Thanks to all of you from a hotel chain that initially had 10 hotels. We are now a hotel between ITC Hotels and Welcome Hotels. We have 30 hotels pan India, and we continue to grow. That being said, I recognize that this is a very difficult time that all of us are going through. But I am an eternal optimist, and I believe, and I was just talking to Rishabh a few minutes ago, saying that I believe that things are on the verge of turning around. And I think to a very great extent, the worst is behind us. And while things are going to change, and it may take a couple of months for things to start normalizing, we are definitely on a very quick pace thereafter of recovery. But some things are definitely going to change in terms of the way that our business is going to get conducted. And I want to use this platform to reassure all of you that ITC Hotels, you will see, and you will please expect to get a formal communication from us in the course of the next 3 days. You will find that ITC Hotels is on the very forefront of setting the industry benchmark as far as the concept of this hygiene and sanitation is going to be concerned. This whole new low touch and no touch kind of an economy that we are heading towards, you'll find that we are right there in the forefront of this. Now, what is it that we are going to be doing differently? To start with, we have tied up with 2 different organizations. One is, of course, you will have heard of them, DNBGL, which is probably the #1 organization in the world that is in the that defines global protocols as far as the area of hygiene and sanitation and is concerned. We have tied up with them on a global level. So the benchmarks that we are going to be looking at and what we have already implemented are global benchmarks, which are getting audited by DNV, which is the company that we have tied up with. The second one is at a national level, we need somebody that we are collaborating with who's going to be able to help us define the finest and the smallest of protocols. And therefore, we have tied up with NABH. NABH is the organization that decides and lays down the guidelines for hospital level hygiene standards. So we are no more talking about standards that are going to be about using sanitizers and basic stuff like that. We are looking at hospital grade ingredients that are going to be used, and the standards that are being maintained are going to be those that are being defined by NABH, which, as I mentioned to you, is the organization that monitors this for hospitals. So that is the level of it. From a service point of view, you will have received a lot of communication from a lot of hotels. Of course, all those things are going to be in place. And we have completed now, over the last 15 days, we have completed simulating every single touch point. That means right from the moment that a guest is going to disembark at the airport, every point of contact has been simulated by us. What is going to happen in the car, the ITC Hotel Safe Car, ITC International Travel House Safe Car? What is the process of check-in that is going to take place? How is the greeting going to take place? What is the rooming? How are we going to be deciding on the sequencing of rooms that are going to get occupied, etc.? What are the protocols that are going to be maintained in restaurants? What is it that we are going to do as far as our weddings and banqueting and conferencing is going to be done? The entire thing has not only been laid down in consultation with DNVGL and with NABH, it is also now been simulated by us in each of our hotels. So in the course of the next 3 days, when you get this communication from us, this is after it has been tested out that it is working at the ground level. So I'd like to use this opportunity to very quickly reassure you that while you will get a very comprehensive communication from us, more importantly, this is something that as the head of sales today, I'm happy to announce to you as a community that we are in this together, and ITC Hotels, you will find us right at the forefront of this whole thing. Our people are a critical component of this, and therefore we have gone through an entire month of training and sensitization of all our staff. And therefore each person in our hotels is going to be a trained, certified hygiene specialist. So we are getting the certification done for each one. And that process is now complete. We have all the staff who are going to be on duty in our hotels are going to be certified hygiene associates. So that is the other thing. You don't need one single specialist. You will have all our people who are adequately trained, right? We have a central command center which has been set up in our corporate office, which is real-time in connect with all our hotels. Therefore, the smallest incident, the smallest opportunity that we see is getting controlled. It is real-time communicated to the command center. I'm a part of that command center and it's headed by our chief operating officer. So we are then in have the ability through this command center to be able to monitor exactly what is happening in all our hotels. So that central command center has been created in our corporate office. So much so about the protocols. I don't want to get too much into detail about it because I can go on for a whole day talking about these protocols. Please wait for that communication. It will be reaching you shortly. Okay. Now, I just want to take a few more minutes because I want to tell you, we talked about the growth story that we saw in the course of the last year. Now, I want to tell you what is it that we have in the plans for the future. Is that okay? Okay. So this year, we are going to be seeing some very massive, when I say this year, I'm talking about the next 12 months. We are going to be looking at some rapid growth. For instance, we are going to be launching 2 welcome hotels, one in Chail, which is called the Welcome Hotel Chail, and the second one is called Welcome Hotel Mashobra, Mashobra is an existing hotel. It's been run as a Fortune hotel. We have upgraded that hotel now, and it's going to be launching as a Welcome Hotel. So in the north, in Himachal, you're going to be having Welcome Hotel Chail, and you'll have Welcome Hotel Vadodara. These are both, Welcome Hotel Mashobra. These are the two hotels that are getting commissioned immediately, right? Immediately thereafter, you're going to be having a Welcome Hotel in Bhubaneswar, which is something that is, the construction is over. We have only deferred it a little bit merely because of the trouble that we are facing right now in terms of constructions that had got delayed for a little bit. But we'll be launching Welcome Hotel Bhubaneswar, and we'll be launching Welcome Hotel Guntur immediately thereafter. So these are two hotels that are constructed and built by ITC Hotels. We immediately after that, we are going to be launching a full-fledged, almost 400-room hotel, ITC Narmada in Ahmedabad, right? Which is going to be happening in the course of the next between 12 and 18 months. We are also looking at going international. So we had at an advanced stage of tying up with 2 Welcome hotels in Sri Lanka. I'll share the details with you once we have gotten our agreements have been signed up. And we will be launching the ITC Colombo, which should happen in between the next 18 to 24 months. This would have happened in the next 18 months, except that it has got deferred a little bit because of the pandemic. We are also starting work on building a new hotel in an ITC hotel in Kathmandu. So in the course of the next 12 to 24 months, you're going to be seeing at least 6 to 8 new hotels coming into the ITC hotels fold. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to thank you so much for indulging me. I spoke about a lot of topics. These are things that are very close to my heart. But I think that I once again would like to end by expressing my gratitude to each one of you for your support. It means the world to us. It is thanks to all the efforts that you all are making that we are able to grow and build these new hotels. And a lot of our business is thanks to the efforts that you all are making. So on that, I would like to sign off. Thank you very much. Rishabh, I hope I have not taken too much time.
No, sir, you didn't take much more. Thank you very much for those kind words. Moving on, we will, I just want to make one small rectification. I'm sorry if I introduced Mr. Brijesh Sharma. I had said that he's the sales and marketing at the ITC Grand Bharat. If I said Grand Goa, that was wrong. He is at the ITC Grand Bharat at Gurgaon. So I'm really sorry, Brijesh bhai, for that mistake. Moving on, we will be starting off with the ITC Grand Goa first. Then we will be then showing you the ITC Grand Bharat. We are also trying today again to show you a live visual of the ITC Grand Bharat. We've got somebody there at the hotel, and he might be able to show you what the hotel actually looks like from the outside. After that, we will be taking up the polls as we always do, which is a part of our contest. And after that, we will be doing our live bidding that we have done since the last 3-4 days. So just for everyone to know, we will be doing a live bidding of one night at the ITC Grand Goa, sorry, the ITC Grand Bharat. And the cost for that, the rack rate for that hotel on a per night basis is any day approximately 30,000 plus taxes if you take the breakfast along with it. So I will give you the details for the bidding later on when we come to the segment. And I would ask Mr. Kishore if you could just please get on with your PPT. Should I play the video first?
I think, Rishabh, that's a good idea. Why don't you play the video first?
Okay, I'll just play the video. Can you see my screen? short video on the ITC Goa. Just give me a second. Yeah, Kishore, you can please start off with your PPT, please. Kishore, we can't hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, better.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for taking out time and being present in large numbers. Thank you for showing keen interest in our presentations today. And thank you to Mr. Doshi, Rishabh, everyone involved in putting this together for us. With immense pleasure, I would like to present our hotel ITC Grand Goa, a luxury collection resort and spa. We are one of the latest additions to the ITC family. We started operations as ITC Grand Goa in October 2018, and we are 1.5-year-old or young hotel at this point of time. We're located in the south of Goa, and you've already seen the video. The picture that you see in front of you right now on the screen is an aerial view of the resort. The resort is located in the south of Goa, the first 5-star luxury hotel that you will hit on when you travel from the airport side. 20 minutes away, the first closest resort to the current airport in Dabulam in Goa. And it's spread across 45 acres of land located at the pristine Arusim beach. It's a 252-room resort.
Kishore, can you move on to the slideshow mode, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the pictures that you see is of the resort. The resort is built like a Goan village in the Portuguese time, located on a water body. So you see a lot of water bodies around the property. The pictures that you see right now is the facade of the resort. All the elements of the Goan village in those days are incorporated in the architecture of this resort. So you'll see a chapel structure in the resort. On the right-hand side top, the picture that you see is a lighthouse structure, which is for all the bar. The lobby is designed like a town hall of a Goan village. And the rooms are spread across the property. They have different views. One of the section of the rooms displayed here has a lagoon view. It has a man-made lagoon right outside the villa section. The breakup of the rooms. So like I said earlier, we are a large resort, 252 rooms, including 15 suites. We have 4 categories of rooms. So the room sizes is 41 square meter, which is fairly large rooms. All the rooms come with a sit out or a balcony. Each of the room has a view. That's one of the USPs of the property. Either your rooms would have a garden view, a lagoon view, pool view, or a sea view. Now, some of the rooms also have a secret garden and an outdoor shower area. We have 15 suites and we have 4 sea view suites with lap pool. We are the only resort in the state of Goa which has suites with a lap pool. It's not a plunge pool, it's a large size pool. We also have a presidential suite which is located on the first floor of the resort. The highest floor in the resort is first floor. There are no elevators in the resort, which offers magnificent views of the ocean. These are some of the pictures of the rooms and the suites that we have at the resort. On the top that you see is what the typical room would look like at the resort. This is a lagoon view room. The layout of the room and the look and the feel of the room largely remains the same. It might differ slightly from a villa to villa because there is no cookie cutter approach to the resort, but the view will definitely change. On the top left, the picture that you see is a lagoon view room. On the right hand side top that you see right now is a sea view room. Then the sea view suite with a lap pool, and you see a picture of the lap pool that I just spoke about. These are some of the pictures of the luxury suite and the presidential suite. All our suites, all our 15 suites are 1-bedroom suites, and they can be connected with an interconnecting set of twin-bedded bedroom to make it as 2-bedroom suites. All our rooms have sunken bathtubs. We have, except the handicap rooms, we have 2 handicap rooms in different categories in the resort. These are the pictures of the presidential suite bedroom and the bathroom. Now, F&B is our strength. We are known for our culinary legacy at the ITC hotels. And these are some of the outlets. The resort has 5 restaurants and 2 bars. The Pavilion, which is the ITC brand of coffee shop, which is located at the Village Square. Kebabs and Curries, which is the Indian restaurant. Otimo, which is Italian. Tempero, which is again an ITC brand incorporated at ITC Grand Goa and unique to Goa, serves the flavors of Goa at this restaurant. So we have a unique concept of Village Square. Now the restaurants are all located in one area except the Royal Afghan, which is located at the beach. This area is called as the Village Square. It is like the marketplace of a Goan village. In easier terms, it's like the food court concept. You have all the restaurants surrounding one common area. One can be seated at this area and can order from any of the restaurants around. So if you're a large family where the kids want to eat a pizza from the Italian restaurant and the parents want to opt out for an Indian food from the Kebabs and Curries, that's possible all at one place. At same table, you can be served Indian specialty as well as Italian. That's one of the USPs of this place. The place is extremely beautiful. The outdoor space especially, it has fountain, it has performances in the evening, and it is the most popular place in the resort to be at. The top picture that you see is of the Farol Bar, which is located in the lighthouse structure. On the top right that you see is wine room, which is a private dining area. Village Square is the area that I spoke about, which is an open space outside the restaurants area. Royal Afghan, this is one of our most prized possessions. It is located at the pristine Arosim beach with the breathtaking views of the sea. And this is operational 5 to 6 months a year. It starts operations in every October. It's a seasonal restaurant and operates till end of May, depending on the government permissions, of course. It serves kebabs. It serves roti, dal bukhara, and dessert. The menu is pretty concise, but there are a lot of vegetarian options. All of our restaurants have a lot of vegetarian options, keeping in mind that we're extremely popular with the Indian guests. These are some of the pictures of our venues which are used for groups. Boat house is an area where we do group check-ins. For group size beyond 50 rooms, we generally assign a separate check-in area. So boat house is one of the check-in areas that we use for guest check-in. Seaside lawns is a beautiful lawns located right next to the sea with the views of the sea. So if you have a large evening function, generally this is the area that's opted for. Magical Forest, it's another USP of the property. We are the only resort in the state of Goa which has a venue which can be used even for lunch functions without any artificial covering. It has a lot of pine trees, so it has natural shade and cool breeze even in the afternoons. The picture that you see on your screen is a picture which was taken at 2 in the afternoon in winter months of the year. The other picture is of the setup of the wedding. We are extremely popular for families, with vacation, for family vacations, for MICE groups, as well as for weddings. These are some of the pictures of the conference hall. The resort has multiple indoor and outdoor venues. We have 5 indoor venues and 4 outdoor venues to take care of any group requirements. Sunset, which used to be our largest conference hall, can take about 300 to 350 people in theater style seating. It is 4,000 square feet. You see some of the pictures of the Sunset in a dinner setup as well as a special event setup. Kolwa Lotilim is our another hall which can take about 60 people in cluster setting. Palm Court is a pre-function area. Consolum is designed like a dining room of a landlord of Goa. You see a lot of chandeliers, windows in this hall. It's very popular for senior management meetings. It has natural daylight coming into it. Vinolim is located in the chapel-like structure. It's a small meeting room. It can take meetings of boardroom seating for about 14 to 16 people. RSM Marquee is a is a venue that we've launched in March, just before the lockdown began. It's a large venue. It is 10,800 square feet venue, and it can take about 1,050 people in theater seating. This is a seating capacity chart for the various venues. We've gone through that in detail already. Apart from this, the outdoor venues are large size venues. Like I said, Seaside Lawns, it's right next to the sea. Magical Forest, which is also next to the sea. But the USP here is the pine trees and the cool breeze during the day as well. We have another venue with the great views of the sea is the Dunes Lawn, where we allow events without amplified music. And of course, the beach, the Arosim Pristine Beach, where we have a direct access from the property. It's possible to have events on the beach itself. This is the dimension of the newly added Arosim Hall. The hall itself is about 10,878 square feet. And the pre-function area is also fairly large. It's about 4,172 square feet. This is the layout of the hall. The hall is located very close to the entrance of the property, the lobby and the restaurant section and the existing banqueting facilities at the resort. Some of the recreational facilities at the resort, Kayakal, the Royal Spa, which is the ITC signature brand of spas. If you notice, our name is ITC Grand Goa Luxury Collection Resort and Spa. There is a lot of emphasis on spa at this resort. We do specialized spa programs for guests who wish to do serious spa treatments for a duration of 7 to 14 days. We do customized packages for that. We have 16 treatment rooms, 8 Ayurveda, 8 holistic treatment rooms. Oli's Club, which is an ITC brand of kids club. It's named after the Olive Ridley turtles. Currently in the state of Goa, ITC Grand Goa has the largest and the best in class kids club facility. We also have a fully equipped gymnasium, and we do organize a lot of activities for the groups. Apart from this, we also have a daily activity sheet, which used to be shared with the guests. Now we will do it electronically, where the activities are changed every week. So throughout the day, there are activities planned for the adults as well as the children. Apart from this, the other recreational facilities that's available at the resort are life-size chessboard, a large children's play area. We also have 40-seater theater called a Sports Paradiso, where we generally screen matches. We also have a small shopping arcade and an ATM at the resort. To sum it up, some of the unique selling features of the property. It's a large resort of 252 rooms, including 15 suites spread across 45 acres of land. We have multiple indoor and outdoor venues for events and team building activities for groups. We have direct access to the beach, and events can be done on the beach itself. Legendary ITC culinary experience is one of our biggest strengths as a property. We are just 20 minutes away from the Goa airport. Each room has a view and it has a sit out. We are not very far from the local sightseeing attractions and the eateries. The swimming pool and spa are some of the other attractions. I would also like to highlight that we have the largest freeform swimming pool in the country currently. It's located on 3 different levels and connected by 2 slides. Apart from this, we also have a kids pool area. We've been recently recognized as the best wedding venue by Travel and Leisure India Best Awards 2019. We've also been awarded the best favorite destination hotel CNT Readers Traveler Awards 2019. That's all from my side. Thank you so much. Do follow us on the social media on Instagram as well as Facebook. I also would like to highlight that we are the only LEED Platinum certified resort in the state of Goa. Thank you. Over to you, Rishabh.
Thank you, Kishore. Amazing PPT. You have to stop sharing your screen. Just stop sharing your screen. Yeah. Thank you. So moving on, we will be having the questions for ITC Goa coming up on your screens right now. So we have 4 questions today, 2 from each hotel. And again, there are complimentary nights to be given against the winners who get the correct answers for today. So the first question will be on your screens right now.
Yeah. So
Grand Goa has how many restaurants and bars? So 82% of the people have given the answer as 5 restaurants and 2 bars, and that is the correct answer. So they have 5 restaurants and 2 bars. The second question for Goa would be on your on your screen right now. The most popular restaurant, Royal Afghan, is located on which beach? Uh, 89% people have given the answer as Arosim Beach, which is the correct answer. So, Kishore, I think you've been fairly clear in your PPT, and a lot of people are paying attention when you were talking. So, congratulations for that. Moving on now, we have the ITC Grand Bharat showcasing their hotel. Brijesh, are you there?
Yes, Rishabh, I'm there. Okay. So we request you to first play the video and then we'll take it forward.
Yes, I'll do that. Can you see my screen? So that was a short video on the ITC Grand Bharat. Brijesh bhai, will we take the live feed now or at the end of the PPT?
I think we can take right now. Shubham, are you ready? Can you show us the hotel?
Just one second. Let me make you the co-host. 1 second. Yes, Shubham, you can turn on your camera now. Yeah. Can you see it, sir?
You have to highlight him.
It's done.
So towards your left-hand side, you see a residential enclave. And as Shubham is turning his, rotating his camera, now here comes the iconic ITC Grand Bharat. Though we have temporarily shut our operations as of now. However, we thought of showing you something live. So this is how property looks at the moment. So Shubham is taking you to the lobby. What we will try to show you, the current status, how hotel is in place. As of now, we have kept a skeleton manpower at hotel for routine maintenance and everything. We are awaiting government go ahead to reopen the hotel. Temporary or operations are shut. It's only for our internal colleagues who are stationed there. So we have almost around 50 internal staff staying in the property. Of course, we do various shifts. So towards your left, which you see, and your right. Yes, so this is a water body. Currently, it is not operational. However, towards left as well as towards your right, we have this water body. And whenever it is on, it's an amazing view to see it here. And this place where Shubham is walking, we do a special welcome called Mewati welcome, where our 4 guards, they stand and they raise the canopy in your honor, and you do a red carpet walk or a green carpet walk. Now you move into the lobby of the property. So Shubham is taking us inside the Grand Bharat, and this is live feed. As property is shut temporarily, so a couple of things are, you can see we have covered it. That's our, one of the finest lobby, which is a pride for us. And towards your left, you see our reception counter. And also just for a preparedness, you know, normally you have seen that in nowadays scenario, there is a preventive windshield all across, like in airlines. Same sort of a setup is done at the airport, at the reception. So you can see this wooden frame, so that has that shield, which protect us from, you know, getting infected, or maybe we don't become a carrier to the infection. Thank you very much, Shubham. I think this was amazing. You may close your video.
Thank you, Shubham.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So now we'll present ITC Grand Bharat to all of you.
Is it possible for you to, yeah, sir, thank you. Thank you.
And before we start the presentation, let me first thank you, Rishabh, Suresh Bhai, Ramesh Bhai, for organizing this lovely webinar, and all participants and partners and friends who are there on a call. A heartiest welcome for this webinar, and thanks to you all for sparing your time and coming out to listen to us. We look forward for all your support. So here I stand the presentation for ITC Grand Bharat. That's the logo of the hotel, which you can see is inspired by peacock, sun, and lotus. It has been said that peacocks originated from Aravlis. That's why we took inspiration and we created our lovely logo. That's the aerial view of the property. And this slide always gives me a lot of pride because we have one of the tallest national flag, and all across you can see finest greenery all around. We are a part of a luxury collection hotel and one of the finest jewel of ITC hotels and one of the finest hotel in New Delhi capital region. We are located at exterior periphery of Gurgaon. From International Delhi Airport, once you drive towards Jaipur, we are 38 kilometers away. By car, it takes around 45 minutes to reach Retreat, plus minus 10 minutes depending on traffic. We are at very strategic location. From our place, Jaipur is 3.5 hours, as well as Agra is 3.5 hours. At Jaipur, we have our another iconic hotel, ITC Rajputana. And at Agra, we have our hotel, ITC Mughal, and world famous Taj Mahal. For Grand Bharat, it's a defining leisure destination We say we get greenest greenery, starriest sky, and cleanest air. ITC Grand Bharat is India's first all-suite, one-of-a-kind destination luxury retreat, is an epitome of fine living and fine dining. It symbolizes the concept of Bharatverse, encompasses the essence of India, and brings to life myriad facets of great nation through its architecture, interiors, services, cuisine, decor, and ambience. On your screen, you see a side view of the property, and this is an amazing Yamuna Ghat, where we do every evening evening ritual by doing evening Yamuna Aarti, a similar Aarti which is done at Varanasi at River Ganges. And we very politely mention and state that nobody gives you Bharat like we do at ITC Grand Bharat. This is the front facade of the hotel. Once you enter, this is how front facade looks. So this is a evening shot, a twilight shot. ITC Grand Bharat has one of the finest 27-hole golf course, which is designed by legendary Jack Nicklaus, and it is one of the finest golf course in entire Asia. ITC Grand Bharat is also very famous for its holistic wellness. Normally, hotels, they have 2 or 3 treatment rooms, but at our ITC Grand Bharat, entire 12,000 square feet area is dedicated to spa and wellness. We have a separate floor which only talks about wellness and healthy living. We have 12 treatment rooms at ITC Grand Bharat. ITC Grand Bharat, we are one of the hotel which strictly follow a responsible luxury initiatives. We are water positive, we are energy positive, and we have got one of the highest certification for being environment friendly, that is LEED Platinum certificate. Few unique points for ITC Grand Bharat. It gives homage to Indian architecture and symbolizes Bharatverse. I already spoke that it's South Asia's only 27-hole signature golf course, which is designed by legendary Jack Nicklaus. It has signature restaurant offering selection of curated culinary delights. It has luxurious and state-of-art banqueting services. ITC Grand Bharat is ideal for staycation, celebration, and for gifting purpose, and for relaxation. It's also ideal for senior leadership meet, reward and recognition meet, offsites, annual conferences, and product launch. ITC Grand Bharat has earned his name, and it's a renowned name for social celebrations such as Grand Viva and regal celebrations, maybe landmark birthday celebrations, landmark anniversary celebrations. So any kind of celebration, Grand Bharat is there. We have one of finest spa and salon, which we call the Royal Spa and Salon de Villes. I'll take you to the inventory of the hotel. So we are one of a kind hotel which has all suite, and it has 100 suite and 4 villas with 4 categories. That's the standard category, which is 28 in number, terrace suites. This is gazebo suites, which is 25 in number, and next higher category. Majority of gazebo suites are overlooking the golf course, and few of them are also looking the inner courtyard. We move to the next higher category, which is semi-private pool suite. All these suites, they have a lap pool in front of their private suite. So they have maximum inventory, which is 47 in number. We take you to our presidential villas. As early I stated that we have taken a lot of inspiration from architecture, culture, and various parts from history. So we have dedicated our presidential villas on the name of successful dynasty. Like we have 4 presidential villas. It's Maratha, Maurya, Mughal, and Chola. These are the names of our presidential villas. So this is the master bedroom. You see a regal dining setup. There is a private dining setup in presidential villa. You have your own private pool, jacuzzi in presidential villa. Plus you also have a sauna and your private gym in presidential villa. Anybody who has staying in presidential villa, they have their own private parking also. Let me take you to the culinary offerings of Grand Bharat. That's Aravali Pavilion, our all-day dining restaurant. That's Aravali Pavilion Veranda, which is overlooking Yamuna Ghats. It's a delight to have a breakfast, lunch, or a dinner, or a cup of coffee or a tea during winters. Uh, that's India Room, our European cuisine restaurant. As a team, we have decided that we will be closing this restaurant and we will give our signature restaurant Dampuk here in place of India Room. So we are planning to operate Dampuk from 1st of September 2020. That's another restaurant at Poolside, which is Apas Promenade. It's a North Indian cuisine restaurant. That's the bar of the hotel. So at our hotel, we don't take any check-ins at reception. You are escorted to the bar. You get seated. Your check-in formalities are done. You are offered a non-alcoholic welcome drinks. Then you are escorted to your respective suites by butlers. That's gazebo dining. It's a celebration dining area. Here we can do a fantastic, nice arrangements for a couple, also for a family of 4 and 6. I'll quickly take you through the luxurious banqueting capacity of ITC Grand Bharat, where we say meet, ideate, and celebrate memorable moments in lap of nature. We have 5 indoor and 5 outdoor banqueting facility. We have 1 state-of-art ballroom, 2 meeting rooms, 2 boardrooms, and 5 lawns. So that's Prithvi, our main state-of-art ballroom, which is very close to around 5,000 square feet, where we can take around 140 to 150 people in cluster and around 250 people to 275 in theater. And all these banquet halls, they get a natural light. Same hall in a party setup, that's in cocktail setup. That's our meeting room, Vayu. We have a similar meeting, 1 more meeting room. That's Jal, our another meeting room. We have a similar meeting room like Jal. That's outdoor Shatranj. It's a dinner setup done in a covered way for a social celebration. That's a corporate setup in front lawns where this setup is for sit down dinner and you get an amazing view of our iconic retreat. This gives you a fantastic view once you have a meal at Fedos lawn or any front lawns. That's the bird eye view of the property where you see the main mansion building, Fedos lawn, Vrindavan lawn, residential enclave. This also resembles like Rajpath. This property has a spread of 300 acres with 104 suite and lawns. This is specs of banqueting, which I will request you all can take it from Rishabh. To summarize, we have 5 indoor and 5 outdoor banqueting venues. Indoor venues are from 535 square feet up to 5,000 square feet. Outdoor venues are from 8,000 square feet up to 75,000 square feet. So we can take banqueting from 12 people onwards up to 2,500 people. And whenever we take any big banqueting, we join hand with our competition hotel. We believe in healthy competition. So we have a Hyatt hotel, which is at 15 minutes drive from our place, 400 key hotel. We have Tarudhan Valley, which is a lemon tree upscale hotel of 70 rooms, 5 minutes drive at our property. So moving ahead, that's Oasis Pool for our retreat. I'll quickly take you through the spa areas, that Ayurvedic therapy room, that's couple therapy room, that's Turkish massage, hammam, Shirodhara. And for our young guests, we have Ollie's Club. Like my friend Kishore said, that we have banqueting, we have a private club for our toddlers where they can spend some relaxed and quality time. For teenagers and elderlies, we have a big recreational area where we have pool table, we have ATV tracks, we have darts, we have table tennis, we have nature walk, squash, segways, lawn tennis, croquet. We are 5-year young hotel. This is our 6th year of operation, and within this journey of 5 years, ITC Grand Bharat has bagged some national and international award. It has been voted as the best venue for intimate weddings and celebration on WOW Awards, WOW Asia Awards 2019. It has been also voted as the best destination spa India at Asia Spa Awards 2019. Favorite spa in an Indian hotel on Konde Nast Traveler 2019. Travel and leisure, they voted us as a best luxury resort, domestic, and many more. So here I end my presentation, and Rishabh, over to you.
Thank you, Rish bhai. Very nice presentation of a very amazing hotel. So moving on now, we will be taking the two questions for ITC Grand Bharat after this short segment of the bidding. We will take up the bidding first. So again, I will be repeating the rules for the bidding that we have been doing since the last few days. The bidding will be done for ITC Grand Bharat, which will be for one night, including breakfast for the base category room. The bidding now will start at 2,000 rupees, and the bidding can only be increased in tunes of rupees 100. Again, I'm repeating, please increase the bid only in tunes of 100, not 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000. The racket of this property, Brijesh bhai, if I'm not wrong, the racket is approximately 30,000 plus taxes on a normal day. Is that correct?
Our rack tariff is 50,000, but best available rate ranges between 28 to 32,000 depending on the rate of the day.
Okay.
This is placed.
So, and the room will be valid for a double occupancy. And again, you have to please write down your bids in the chat box. I will just activate the chat box for all our agents. And the timer will start. I will tell you when the timer starts, and the bidding can start then. The timer today will be for 3 minutes. So can everyone see my screen now? Okay, so we will start in 3, 2, 1, go. 2100, 22, 2300, 2400, 2500, 2600, 2700, 2800, 2900, 3000, 3100, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 3700, 3800, 3900, 4000, 41, 4200, 4300, 4400, 4500, 4600, 4700, 4800, 49, 5,000 rupees, 5,100, 5,200, 5,300, 54, 5,500, 5,600, 57, 58, 5,900, 6,000, 6,100, 6,200, 6,300, 6,400, 6,500, 66, 6,700, 68, 69, 7,000, 7,100, 7,200, 73, 74, 75, 76, 70, 700, 78, 79, 8,000, 8,100, 8,200, 8,300, 8,400, 8,500, 8,600, 8,700, 88, 89, 9,000, 9,100, 9,200, 9,300, 9,400, 9,500, 9,600, 97, 98, 9,900, 10,000, 10,100, 10,200, 10,300, 10,400, 10,500, 10,600, 10,700, 10,800, 10,900, 11,000, 11,100, 11,200. Last 10 seconds, 11,300, 11,400, 11,500, 11,600, 11,700, 11,800, 11,900. And just give us 2 minutes, and we will give you the correct winner. So we will just take up the polls before that, and we'll give you the correct winner in about 2 minutes. So Priyesh bhai, moving on to your questions for ITC Grand Bharat for your hotel. Just give me a second, please. Yeah, the questions will be on your screen right now. How many semi-private pool suites does the ITC Grand Bharat have? So 53% of the people, 52% of the people have given the answer as 47. Brijesh bhai, is that the correct answer?
Yes, Rishabh, 47 is the correct answer.
Great. So the second question for ITC Grand Bharat would be on your screens. How many indoor and outdoor banqueting venues does ITC Grand Bharat have? And 75% of the people have given the answer as 5 indoor and 5 outdoor venues, and that is the correct answer. So moving on, we have the winner for the polls, sorry, the bidding today, and the winner is Mr. Hussain Lokhandwala. He has bid at 12,000 rupees. So thank you very much, sir, and congratulations. You can please let us know your contact details, and we'll call you regarding how to go forward with this. Brijesh bhai, Kishore, if you're still there, we will now be moving on to the Q&A round, where the agents have asked a few questions in the Q&A section, and
Sure.
we'll be asking that, and you can answer them accordingly. So
Yeah, sure.
the first one, Brijesh bhai, is for you. The ATV that you showed in your video at the ITC Grand Bharat, is that chargeable, or is that included in the package when somebody comes there?
Rishabh, currently we are charging for this activity. So segways and ATV, they are on a chargeable basis. Whereas we have almost a list of around 10 to 12 things which are non-chargeable. I can share a list with you, which you can share with our partner. So that will make it very clear that which are the chargeable activities and which are a part of your stay activities. However, to answer specific to your question, ATV is on a chargeable basis.
Okay. And do you also have a cycling track at the ITC Grand Bharat?
Yes, we do have a cycling track at ITC Grand Bharat.
Okay. And moving on to the next question, if at your property, if somebody is looking for a buyout of all the rooms, all the total number of rooms at the ITC Grand Bharat, is that possible? And how are you going to cope up with your weddings and the mice after this whole COVID space that we are in now?
Okay. To answer first part of your question, we operate on full buyout modus operandi for any social events. And we have done almost around 35 buyouts last year. Mix of socials, mix of corporates, mix of mice. So we do give property on a full buyout basis. Now, coming to your second part of the question, how we will cope up with this COVID, post-COVID situation. So as a hotel, even, we are fully geared up to manage and safeguard the interest of our employees as well as our guests and as partners. We at our hotel, as Mr. Nedungudi, he mentioned that we all are now trained on COVID handling situation. So all 400 staff has been given a dedicated training We will ensure that all staff, they have Arayogya Setu app downloaded on their mobile. We follow strict sanitization and disinfection at our property. Anything coming in our property, it's properly disinfected. We also follow a temperature check procedure. Plus, as when Shubham was taking in, we have now come up with these screens in front of reception counters, and we have a big 170-page standard operating procedure on each and every step. So we are pretty geared up on all situations. However, we are totally dependent on government direction. If they give us and if they permit us to operate for 200 guests, we are happy to do for 200 guests. If they say you can do for 400, see, we have a huge lawns, from 8,000 up to 75,000. Our capacity is from 12 people up to 2,500 people. So whatever will be permitted by government, we will strictly abide that, and we will change our modus operandi as per the directions given by government.
Okay. Kishore, the same question actually also goes for you. Will you be also taking in big weddings as ITC Grand Goa has always done? Or are you also looking out now? Are you targeting smaller weddings now?
Sorry, you'll have to repeat that question.
I said that will you also now after this whole COVID era, will ITC Grand Goa be targeting smaller weddings also looking at the rules and regulations given by the government?
Yes, to begin with, the rules and regulations are not yet been officially communicated to us. So we don't know what are the parameters for social gatherings as of now. Having said that, we're open for all business opportunities, whether it's small or large. But, weddings is a very, very personalized experience, and there is no cookie cutter approach to the whole process. Now, it all depends on what the client expectations are in terms of venues and other requirements and how we can really manage that. But yes, to answer your question, we, in terms of intention, we are open to all kinds of businesses coming our way in the post-COVID period. Thank you.
Next question for you, Brijesh bhai. Given the fact that ITC Grand Bharat has always been compared to a product like a Taj Palace, the Taj Palaces, and the pricing is also right up there, as you rightly mentioned that the bar rate normally goes up to 30,000 plus taxes and above. Looking at now that we will open up very soon, is the hotel now coming up planning to come up with some rates that will be lower than what it has always been before, or will you still be taking the same rates that you have done earlier?
A fantastic question, Rishabh. As a Grand Bharat team, what we will try to do, we will come up with some lucrative package pan-India basis, where we want to support this trade particular segment also, where your guests, they get additional benefits, they get value add-ons. So we are in a position, we have already drafted a package pan-India. We are just awaiting government guideline because we have to put a start and end date to it. So once that is rolled down, we are ready to roll down that package, and we have a pan-India package which benefits all our partners as well as all our guests. And in terms of price point, we will try to maintain price point what we were operating. We are a very high quality brand hotel where safety, hygiene, and those and such things are a way of life. So we are already doing, and we have to just do a nominal tweaking for this COVID scenario, which we have done. So to answer your question, we will try to maintain the prices what we operated last year, same time, same period. However, we'll come up with a lot of value add-ons for our partners as well as value add-ons for our guests and value add-ons for our repeat guests, because repeat guests, they are the strength of the hotel. Rishabh, you have to unmute yourself.
Kishore, next question for you. Will we also now now that I'm sure a lot of hotels are discontinuing the whole buffet system. So will ITC Grand Goa be giving a package on all meals, and will that be a set menu, or how will that be?
Yeah, so we are working at all ITC hotels, not just for Goa. The buffets have been discontinued until further notice. We will be working on all meals inclusive packages as well. But those will be probably, set menus options given out to the guest. Keeping in mind the social distancing norms, the capacities of the restaurants will also come down.
Okay. And this question can actually go to both Brijesh, you and Kishore. This question has been asked in the previous webinars also. Will you now be a little more lenient on your cancellation policies, given that it's a very dicey situation that people are in right now, even if they are coming to the hotel, and if you're going to check his temperature or check the person for his health, if you don't find him up to the mark, will you be giving him the option of coming in later sometime?
Yes, to answer your question, Rishabh, we will be very flexible on cancellation on a group basis as a pan-India ITC hotels. We'll be very much flexible. If anyone coming to the hotel and we cite that he has a symptom of fever or he's not well or he's having a symptom of COVID, of course, his booking will be transferable for the future stay. And in case even like he hasn't arrived at the hotel, but still we feel or he feels that he's not well or something, given on medical conditions, we are pretty much flexible on cancellation and we will be extending it for next day. So we are pretty flexible on this cancellation per se. In fact, if you visit our ITC hotel site, you'll see that we have also launched a campaign where you book now and book now with free cancellation.
Okay.
There is cancellation. It's a 100% waiver to any cancellation.
Great. Kishore, the next question would be for you. ITC Grand Goa would normally be giving airport transfers to all their guests coming in. Now, after COVID, will that also be there, or will you be sending separate cars for each guest?
So Rishabh, we used to have shared and scheduled coach transfers, to be specific. So we had transfers by coaches which were scheduled at a particular time. So if a guest is arriving at a particular time, he could avail that transfer. And obviously the guest always had a choice of booking a car at an additional expense. Now, given the current scenario, we'll have to discontinue the coach transfers till we are back to normalcy. Whether or not we can absorb that cost in the package will depend on the cost of the package itself. Because the cars is an expensive proposition in the state of Goa. Everybody knows about it being unionized, and we have to use the union taxis in Goa from the same village. So, we may not have the transfers included in the packages currently.
Okay.
And the other hotels, we have tie-up with ITH, which is an ITC company, where they also have the Safe Car campaign, which is happening right now. Unfortunately, we don't have that in Goa because of the rules of the land.
Okay. And, so this question again would be for both the hotels. Saurabh Agarwal is asking, will there be a different pricing for offline agents like us and OTAs? Or will it again be the way it has always been, that the OTAs get a better rate online?
No, there will be a separate OTAs. They work on certain back-end commission. Okay, they have a face value rate. They take a feed from hotel website only. So whatever lowest rate is available on website, they take a feed on that, and that is available for them. For partners like you all, it will be a special rates. Of course, whoever qualifies in consolidator and sub-agents and A and B. So we will always follow that practice, because we always categorize that rates are in principle to your volume given to us and your potential to us. So to summarize this, yes, partners will have a special rate vis-a-vis available, any rate which is available online.
Thank you, Brijesh. Last question, I think, Brijesh, just when I missed out this question, the golf course that you mentioned that you have in the property, is that also chargeable or on complimentary basis?
So any resident guest who is staying at the hotel, they get a free access to this golf course. Otherwise, it's a member-only golf course and it has a fee to it. So your entry is as a part of your stay. However, if you play a game, then you have to pay for caddy and the game charges. As a hotel, we also have done an internal tie-up and we do some golfing lesson which is much at very lucrative and cheaper rate and better rates, I may say. So that is there. And we also run an online package. If you see, it's a golf sojourn package, which has a 1 round of golf game in it.
Okay. And Jerry Ferns here wants to ask you, he wants to know your opinion on this. How will it be with going ahead now? What do you expect? Will there be more bookings coming in from travel agents, or do you expect a direct client booking with you with the hotel directly? Will the ratio now be more of client bookings, or will the ratio still stay the way it was earlier?
At any, it's my opinion, and probably that I'll keep it as a personal opinion of mine. At any given point of time, the partners ratio will be much higher, because a consolidator and a business partner like you and other partners, they can deliver and they can give much higher numbers than an individual guest, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe it may happen that guests may inquire the hotel directly, but end of the day, they are going to book through you all, because it's not only the hotel benefit rate what they get, but there are other benefits also they get while once they book through you. So in my opinion, I think your booking potential will be higher and more as a direct guest.
Okay. So just another reminder for all the participants today, we have posted the future webinars links in the chat box once again. So people who have not registered, please feel free to do so. We are having the Evershine Resort Mahabaleshwar and the core hotels of Ahmedabad, Pune and Vadodara coming in on Wednesday. So I think this brings us to an end of this fabulous webinar. Thank you, Viresh Bhai. Thank you, Kishore. Thank you, Mr. Nedungadi, for being here today with us. It's been a pleasure having you on and speaking to all our agents. I'm sure it has been much more informative, and we need this information because we really feel that the start is very near. We are very close to starting offices and resuming operations once again. So last few words, Mr. Nedungadi, are you there?
Mr. Nedungadi has just moved on. He has a central meeting with our headquarters.
Yes,
so he has on, but I think we'll extend a word of thanks to you, Rishabh, for organizing this, and to Suresh Bhai and Ramesh Bhai. It was amazing, and it was a pleasure interacting with you as well as all other partners who are there on the call. And your backdrop look amazing. Huh? First, we saw that you are in the backdrop of Goa, and now I can see in the backdrop of ITC Grand Bharat. That's amazing.
Flight from Goa to Gurgaon.
Goa to Gurgaon, yes. And thank you so much for organizing this. This was a real amazing and interactive session with you all. Kishore, you want to add anything? Over to you.
Kishore, are you there? I think there's
come. But yes, you can take. This is a common point of view for this lovely webinar, and we are really thankful to you. You have organized this. Thank you.
Thank you, Viresh Bhai. Thank you, Kishore. If you can hear me, thank you once again for coming today, and thank you to all our participants. We will see you back again on Monday. Until then, please stay safe, stay home. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.